Tomorrow, the Neptune-Lilith gateway activates. Your suppressed self is ready to emerge. Tomorrow is not just another date you pass without noticing. December 15th marks the opening of a rare energetic threshold, one that does not visit often and never arrives quietly. The Neptune-Lilith gateway is activating, and whether you consciously believe in astrology or not, you may already feel that something inside you is shifting. For days now, a pressure has been building beneath the surface, a restlessness that doesn't seem to have a clear cause, a feeling that something unspoken is pushing forward, demanding space. This is not imagination, and it is not coincidence. It is preparation. What opens tomorrow is not gentle. This is not a soft spiritual awakening or a slow personal evolution. This is the release of a part of you that has been restrained, muted, or hidden for a very long time. The version of yourself that learned to stay quiet, stay manageable, stay acceptable. That version is reaching its expiration date. And if you found yourself waking between 2 and 4 in the morning lately, as if something is trying to reach you before your rational mind comes online, there is a very specific reason for that. It is directly connected to what unfolds tomorrow, and by the end of this message, you will understand exactly why. But first, there is something critical you need to know. This is not for everyone. This gateway does not open indiscriminately. It does not activate for those who are merely curious. It activates for those who are ready, whether consciously or not, to step out of an old identity and into something fundamentally different. If you are here, if this message found you, that is not random. You are already inside the field of this activation. What most people misunderstand about cosmic events is that they think they happen in isolation. A planet moves and alignment forms, and then life goes back to normal. That is not how this works. This gateway has been charging for days, building pressure like steam inside a sealed container, and pressure always seeks release. How the pressure built, the compression phase began around December 9th, when Mars formed a harsh angle to Saturn. Many experienced this as blocked momentum, mounting frustration, or the feeling of pushing against invisible resistance, effort without progress, drive without movement. This was not punishment. It was containment. Energy was being forced inward because it needed to accumulate. Then came the opposition between Uranus and Lilith. This was the first real rupture. Something cracked, perhaps subtly, perhaps dramatically. A realization, an emotional spike, a moment where you saw through a pattern you could no longer unsee. Uranus destabilizes, Lilith exposes what has been exiled. Together, they loosened the internal locks. But the most pivotal shift happened when Neptune stationed direct at the final degree of Pisces. The 29th degree is not symbolic. It is decisive. It represents culmination, urgency, and irreversible transition. When a planet pauses here, it completes a karmic arc. Neptune is not simply resuming motion. It is closing a chapter that began over a decade ago. And now, Neptune is moving into a precise, supportive alignment with Lilith. That alignment becomes exact tomorrow. This is where the pressure finds its exit. Your shadow is not your problem. What emerges through this gateway is often mislabeled as the shadow, and for generations, we have been taught to fear it, to heal it, to transcend it. That framing is flawed. The parts of you that live in the shadows are not broken. They are powerful. They were hidden because they disrupted other people's comfort. Your anger was called dangerous. Your desire was called inappropriate. Your intuition was called irrational. Your intensity was called too much. So you learned to suppress them. Tomorrow, that suppression ends. When Neptune harmonizes with Lilith, spiritual awareness stops rejecting instinctual truth. The divide collapses. The higher self and the suppressed self recognize each other as one system. Earlier this week, Mercury's alignment with Lilith began giving language to what was previously unspeakable. You may have noticed thoughts surfacing that surprised you, or words leaving your mouth before your filters could stop them. That was the beginning. Tomorrow is the integration, the final degree. Why this feels urgent: Neptune has been traveling through Pisces since 2011. Consider who you were then, your beliefs, your hopes, your spiritual framework. Now recognize how much has dissolved since. 14 years later, Neptune stands at the final degree of the zodiac itself. This is not just the end of a cycle, it is the end of a paradigm. Lilith and Uranus are also positioned at late degrees, creating a collective tipping point. When too many planets occupy these thresholds at once, reality itself becomes unstable. The old container can no longer hold what has grown inside it. That vague sense of running out of time. That is not anxiety. It is awareness. Your psyche understands that one chapter is closing and another is demanding to begin. And the self that emerges cannot exist within the old structure. The three signs most affected. While everyone feels this gateway to some degree, three signs stand directly in its path. Scorpio, the truth unleashed for Scorpio. This activation is internal and undeniable. Mercury and Lilith align in your sign, making you the vessel through which buried truth demands expression. You have long been the one who knows but does not speak, who senses but does not reveal, who carries intensity quietly to keep the peace. That ends now. What rises is the truth bearer, the one who no longer edits reality for others' comfort. Spiritual insight merges with shadow wisdom, and you become an alchemist of truth. Boundaries harden, words sharpen, silence becomes impossible. This is not rebellion, this is reclamation. Pisces, the dreamer takes authority for Pisces. This is a completion. Neptune, your ruling planet, finishes a 14-year passage through your sign. The fog lifts. What dissolves is confusion, martyrdom, and emotional overmerging. What emerges is sovereignty, sensitivity with structure, compassion with limits. Lilith's influence adds a necessary edge. You no longer absorb what does not belong to you. You stop rescuing at your own expense. For the first time in years, clarity replaces drift. You move from reacting to creating, from dreaming to directing. Taurus, the structure breaks open. Taurus is the unexpected catalyst. Uranus has been reshaping you for years, but this opposition to Lilith delivers the breakthrough. The identity built on stability reveals its hidden cost. What once felt secure now feels restrictive. Predictability turns into confinement. The self that emerges is freer, bolder, and less concerned with maintaining appearances. You begin to understand that real safety does not come from permanence, it comes from alignment. This is liberation disguised as disruption. The body knows first. Before the mind catches up, the body responds. Pressure in the forehead, tension at the base of the skull, sensations in the solar plexus of hands. These are not random. They are points of energetic recalibration. Temperature shifts, chills, waves of heat, disrupted sleep, especially between 2 and 4 in the morning, are signs that your nervous system is adjusting to a new internal frequency. You are not exhausted because you are doing too much. You are exhausted because your identity is changing. Tomorrow, that internal battle resolves through integration. Your inner voice changes. One of the most profound shifts occurs internally. The voice that narrates your life, the one shaped by authority, expectation, and fear, begins to lose volume. In its place, another tone emerges, calmer, clearer, certain. This voice does not negotiate with itself. It does not over-explain. It does not apologize. You will hear it in small decisions at first, then in larger ones. And you will trust it because it feels familiar, ancient even. This is not ego. This is alignment. Expect resistance from others. Not everyone benefits from your transformation. When you stop accommodating, when you stop shrinking, when you stop managing others' emotions, systems shift. People who relied on your compliance may react with concern, guilt, or subtle pressure. This is not malice. It is discomfort. Let their resistance confirm your movement. Power that is not real does not provoke reaction. Shadow integration completes. Tomorrow is not about fixing yourself. It is about ending the exile. Every trait you were taught to suppress contains energy. When reclaimed, it becomes usable rather than destructive. Rage becomes boundary. Desire becomes direction. Fear becomes intuition. Integration does not feel neat. It feels whole. And once it happens, there is no return to fragmentation. When the portal closes, this gateway peaks tomorrow and begins to separate by midnight. The opportunity does not vanish, but the ease diminishes. Afterward comes embodiment. Some things will fall away quickly. Relationships, habits, beliefs that cannot survive your new frequency. Others will shift gradually as your life reorganizes around authenticity. This is not temporary. You do not go back. Final message tomorrow. You can treat the day as ordinary, or you can recognize it as a threshold. The self emerging is not unfamiliar. It is the one you have sensed all along. The one that appears in flashes of courage, in moments of truth, in dreams where you are unafraid. Create space tomorrow, reduce noise, pay attention. The gateway does not need effort. It needs permission. Your transformation is not optional anymore. The only question is whether you meet it consciously. Thank you for being here. If this message resonated, you are already part of the shift.